Hi and welcome along. I'm the Gardener Ben. The next rose I'd like to talk to you about is one from Harkness Roses, bred and introduced in 1985. This stunner that looks very much like a dog rose is Jacqueline Dupree. And much like most dog roses, it not only has a wonderful fragrance, but also a lovely open cupped flower, which is really attractive to getting pollinators into your garden, with lots of interest in the center with that beautiful cluster of golden stamens to get the bees, hoverflies and pollinating wasps right into there. This particular plant is small and compact, reaching just 3.5 by 3.5 feet, and produces a really nice open shaped goblet bush quite naturally without pruning. So it creates a lovely open bowl, which means this particular rose is free from most pest, disease and plant problems in the garden. And I confess that although this plant has one issue, it hasn't suffered with anything like black spot, mold or mildew this season, and is rebuffing the heat really well. It came into flower really early on in the season, bringing in its show at the very end of May, and is still flowering now some 6 or 7 weeks later. The blooms are very short-lived and only last on the bush some 12 to 24 hours, which has made filming this review a little bit on the difficult side. I keep walking past it thinking, oh, I must bring you the review of that particular rose, and then the bloom I wanted to work with is now gone. So you can see here it has a wonderful apricot peachy pink bud, with a lovely flash of apricot peach up the sides. They then open to this lovely open bowl shaped bloom, very similar to a Rosa rugosa, a common dog rose. Lovely cluster of golden stamens right in the center of the flower. The blooms, as I say, lasting not a huge amount of time on the plant, around 12 to 24 hours per flower, but they are replaced incredibly quickly. You can see if I push this one back, several buds coming behind this one in very close succession. The foliage is high gloss, much like a lot of the Harkness roses. Huge amounts of gloss and sheen to the leaf, making it look really healthy and vibrant, and making these flowers, these pure brilliant apple blossom white flowers, stand up really nicely. It is particularly spiky, and the flowers themselves, the stems are fairly bare of thorns all the way down to closer to the plant, but you can see lots and lots of tiny, very sharp barbs on the plant. Should you want to pick this particular rose, simply take a pair of secateurs or scissors, kitchen scissors, and simply rub them up and down the stem, and you can quite easily knock those thorns off, making it a lot easier to handle. The bush is small and compact, reaching just 3.5 by 3.5 feet, making it absolutely perfect for growing in a small space if you want something highly scented, close to the edge of a patio or path. Maybe you want to plant this as a small informal step over hedge, where it will just reach around 3.5 feet. It's absolutely perfect for that kind of thing. I'm looking forward to seeing how this one produces hips come the autumn if I don't deadhead it, because if it's closely related to Rosa rugosa, it should have really nicely produced hips towards the back end of the season. The fragrance is stunning. It's rich, it's deep, and it has hints of mirth in there, so it carries really nicely on the wind. So on a beautiful hot sunny day like it is today, it carries in the breeze really beautifully and fills the area around the plant with a lovely amount of fragrance. All round, this is a really stunning little rose, suitable for growing in many different positions. Try growing this one in a pot, or as I say, as a low step over hedge close to the edge of a path or patio or high traffic area, where you can really enjoy its fragrance. The blooms don't last particularly long, but they are really simplistic and beautiful in their makeup. Really big and blousy, reaching around 2.5 to 3.5 inches across. They're a really nice size on a fairly small compact shrub. So altogether, I really like this one from Harkness. This is Jacqueline Dupree.